Good evening, my friends, and welcome to episode 1 of Myst 5. We are live. Well, of course, you're not live in the future, but we've got a huge number of people in the chat supporting today's video. It's great to see everyone here. We've been playing Uru for a number of weeks, and we're on to Myst 5 now. The game that killed the series. I'm really interested to see where this goes, though. Let's jump into it. Oh, okay. See, this is how you know that this is genuinely a blind playthrough. If you don't know what the menu options are going into it, and if you have to spend the first 5 minutes of episode 1 fiddling around with the field of view and the mouse sensitivity. So there we go. Incidentally, that is something that I have kind of struggled with, sort of in the... Well, okay, no, we're gonna watch the intro. We're gonna watch the intro. I'll tell you my random thought later.
My journey has come to an end.
It's
I have lost my home, my books, my sons. I've lost my father, my grandmother, my dear wife, Catherine. And now I fear my only daughter is gone as well. And for what? For the slimmest hope that things could be put right. What began as my tedious life in the cleft, holding out hope for more, has returned to the same. I've gone to great lengths to watch the end be written. Now I find myself alone in a sandstorm in Tomana, waiting for a single grain of sand to fall. Dunny's future is like an hourglass. As the final grain slips through, I wait and I tremble, losing hope that the hourglass will be turned over once again. The age may just simply end, expended and lifeless. I have passed my cursed burden on to my cherished daughter, Yeesha. She has either understood and embraced it, or the weight of it has crushed her. I fear it has been far too long. My hope has waned. If Yeesha has failed, is anyone left who can understand? Oh, I am old and so tired. And once again, I am useless. Today, I will put an end to my useless waiting and go on to a better place.
Well, that's a weird note to have left. Okay, so Catherine's died between episodes, I guess. And yeah, he also talks about his father being gone. It's like, Gen's not dead. He's still in the book. So like, you could get him out whenever you wanted. Perhaps the ending has been written. I suggest not being negative at all about things the player hasn't encountered yet. It can really impact how someone experiences the game. Yeah, I would probably agree with that. I mean, this is a blind playthrough, so, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how we get on with it. I think I'm a lot more forgiving of some of the weirder esoteric stuff than a lot of people, though. Myst 5 defaults to classic mode navigation, a simple point-and-click interface. Click on the options icon for additional set. Oh my god, there's monsters! That's hilarious. We're just gonna go free move, advanced, or classic mouse click, a 3D version of classic point-and-click interface prevalent in all Myst games. Move the cursor on the screen, click to go, hold down the button to move more quickly through the environment. I guess we'll try free move? Oh, we can strafe! Ooh, ugh! Do you know what, that's actually really, really horrible. How is that so bad? Yeah, we're not going to be able to do that. With no chance. No chance. It's going to be classic. Right, so we are kicking off in Dene. We got a first-time chatter. This is about 20 years after Myst 4. Good to know. What have we got here? Well, this is the Myst book. Right. So we've got the Barrow have already sort of been saying hello. Are we going to be able to get to actually wander around? Agahim says, "Oh, I can't believe I'm catching you live for the beginning of Myst 5. Okay, so we've got this path here. Let's check these other doors. See how many of these other doors also open, right? No. Okay. Now, of course, the Barrow live on Dene, so it's not super surprising to see them. Although I think if you came to Myst 5 straight from Myst 4 and had not played Uru, just opening with a bunch of monsters in a game that very famously doesn't have really anyone live to interact with is a bold choice. Okay, there is only one door that we can go down. So let's go and have a wander. Today's tea, incidentally, is chamomile, because it has been a very, very busy day. There's one. It has been a very, very busy day, and I've had way too much coffee already. Oh yes, chamomile tea. Absolutely. It is an incredibly grim start, like everything that's happened has been for nothing. Well... yeah, it's... well, it's hard to say without knowing where the story's going to go, right? But what has Atrus been trying to achieve? He's been trying to achieve the reconstruction, ultimately, of the Dene civilization. Now, let me think. Right, I'm going to have a little bit of a think, because we've been playing Uru for so long, and Uru does not involve Atrus and his family at all. So I'm going to have a little bit of a think as to where we actually left it. So both of his sons are dead. Both Cirrus and Akanar die at the... oh, spoiler alert for a game that's like 20 years old. Both Cirrus and Akanar do die at the end of Myst 4. Yeesha is very much alive and has been sort of messing about in Dene. We have a book here. Ooh, we have an inventory. My Myst 5 journal. Restore save game or delete. Ah, it's a quick save button. Okay, cool. This is going to make it very hard. It's going to be very hard to work out when you can turn 90 degrees to look at a bit of wall and when you are actually just rotating yourself all the way around. Riven So do we have to like time a move? Is it going to take us to a different place depending on when we step on that? Okay. So we've got a thing over there. We shan't go there just yet. Wait, no. That's just an alternative set of stairs. Yeah, this wall looks suspicious. Ah, right. That's the window. That's just the window that we saw from the other side. Okay. I see. You've never tried playing this in the point and click mode. I'm sensing it's going to be a bit of an experience. I don't know. Like, I mean, I can try and do this with the free movement. Like, maybe... What's Classic Plus? With a twist, you're always looking around. Move the mouse to look around and click to go. Hold down the button to move more quickly. Okay, so this is more like... This one's more like Myst 4, then. Oh, no, but it's still, like, super choppy as you pan round. Like, maybe it's not so bad if you are doing it slowly. This is probably better than the classic mode, though. I'll probably be able to handle this better. And then the free move. Yeah, I just think that's going to be a non-starter, to be honest. I mean, if there are any suggestions as to why it would be doing this, happy to take some suggestions. We've got... does this game make sense, having not watched the Uru playthrough? I'm sure it probably will. We've got first time chatter, TS Later 2006. First time catching you live. Love your content. Would this game still make sense if you haven't watched the Uru playthrough? Yeah, I would assume so. Because the Uru... Well, Uru does have Yeesha in it. But I'm not... It's never really very well established how far in the future Uru's set. Okay, so what do? We're going to press this... Bonk. So this is, I presume, like a borrow linking spot. Is it? Oh, what do we do? Ah, so this is Yeesha.
So, friend, the tablet has responded to you.
Wow, Yeesha's quite old.
Of course. If you're seeking my father, his time has passed.
Oh.
He won't be requiring your assistance. The book to his cursed island lays locked and gathering dust in his prison. That book, along with his pain and his burden, have been passed to me. And now you will know it too. You will listen carefully. This is not to be taken lightly. The tablet has responded to you. It will be your burden. Choose wisely in the end, for there will be no second chance. Many have taken this tablet, and they tried not to let go. It is the power of the writing. It seduces all who try to hold it.
Do you know what? The graphics on her lip syncing are really good.
Sweetness. but I can hold it no longer. They have served too long. Always serving. Ever watching.
That lip syncing's so good.
And now perhaps you will see how to release them. First, collect what's been scattered. And then the tablet will be released. Then you will hold it. You will find in each age along the journey that there will be help. And there will be hindrance. You will start this journey where I started. Where my father Atrus started. Where my great-grandmother Tiana started. You will end this journey here. When the tablet is released. When you return, the tablet will be yours. When the tablet is yours, do not give it to me. What you still don't understand, you have failed to hear or don't need to know.
I might use that.
Begin.
That's such a good line. Oh, wow. So Yeesha literally just has the power of the link. Go and link you at will.
You have seen Yeesha. She was, I'm sure, not very hospitable. You're confused, no doubt. My name is Esher.
This guy's voice sounds
It's my
familiar.
pleasure to meet you. She has given you the quest. Yes, quest. The quest to carry the four, the quest to release the tablet, the quest that is proving to be more difficult than she anticipated. Many have taken the quest. And the tablet still has no master. I will tell you what she will not.
Mm-hmm.
I will help you when she will not. But she and I agree on this point. Do not give her the tablet. She's lied to you already. Uttered words that bite her heart as they leave her lips. She wants the tablet more than anything. She desires what she can no longer feel, but once tasted. You must not. Whatever happens, give it to her. Oh, she is the desert bird that longs to fly. She has dreams of taking flight in her ambiguous world filled with vague clouds and shadowed air. Careful.
And you are?
She is a clever one. I'm sorry. I'm overwhelming you.
Yeah.
Look for the hole in the ground. That's where your journey begins. I will find you.
Oh, he's gone. Right. There is a lot to unpack there. First of all, what an amazing twist would it be if that guy turns out to be the stranger from the first 4 games? And the twist is that we're not playing the stranger in this game. Like, it's definitely not clear that we're the stranger at all, except for the fact that Yeesha has said, if you're looking for my father, he's not here. So the implication is that whichever character we're playing, Yeesha does know us and has met us before, and know or supposes that we might be looking for her father. So we might be playing the stranger. That's not necessarily obvious. Yeesha's looking a lot older than she even looked in Uru, to be honest. So, yeah. That is Myst. I recognise it. There's apparently a hole in the ground that we're going for. Well, before we go in the hole in the ground, let's go check this out. So yes, there's also a certain amount of, you know, find me the red pages, find me the blue pages about these two, right? So Yeesha's given this quest to a lot of different people. This would be the fall of the Denis, I suppose. Hey! We recognise that, right? So wait, hang on. And the earthquake. Are we on Riven currently? I mean, we could be, but Riven's sort of destroyed by now, right? Okay. No worries. So, when I ask those questions, do I want a canonical answer or do I prefer to interpret it myself? Well, sometimes it's a bit 50-50, to be honest. Sometimes I'm asking rhetorical questions, to be honest. Mostly to myself, to let you guys know what I'm thinking about. We got Dark Waiter in the chat. Hello to you. Even friend can mean something else. If I want to recontact Yeesha, I'll need to find the yellow pages, says James Moores. The yellow pages. That is, for anyone who's not English, that's a reference to the old UK phone book. It used to be called the Yellow Pages. Hello! So we've got Yeesha. And Yeesha is kind of, I don't know, she's kind of went a little bit off the rails a little bit. Although, well, how much can you necessarily trust Atrus, to be honest? But, it's...
These pages are my journey, my story, my path. They're not meant to cover up, but to reveal. Sometimes in poems, sometimes in story, sometimes clear, sometimes vague, sometimes long, sometimes brief. But the release of these words is a soothing elixir to my burdened soul. The words must flow from me, or I will die. And in the end, these words are crumbs that spill along my path, and whoever eats these crumbs will know more of me.
Okay. Oh! We're going to get several of those. We have a redemption of what do you see from only one twitching. Was that before we entered the cavern? Like, I'm not sure we're yet up to the point of needing hints.
By understanding where I was. And everything I was is linked to the Island of Myst, the refuge. And I must know where they were as well. My heritage, my people, my family. My father, the prisoner of the hidden and the revealed. Raised by Tiana, who hid the truth. Then raised by Gen, who revealed the truth. But Tiana hid for love, and Gen revealed for power. Mother, too, nothing more than a slave to what she knew and what she felt. Taught by Gen to write what she knew, then taught by Tiana to write what she felt. But Gen's teachings imprisoned her, and Tiana's teachings freed her. And in the end, through the hidden and revealed, through the known and the felt, through the good and the evil, through the gods and the devils, they came together. Together they came, father floating and mother caring, father knowing and mother feeling. And my great-grandmother Tiana watched, and my grandfather Gen fell. And so began our path of pain. Tiana was called the Destroyer, but she brought them together and lived with them on Myst Island. Father could not keep Myst simple. New structures and new ages he brought. Mother could not keep Myst solitary. 2 new sons she brought, my brothers, Cirrus and Achenar. And they grew up strong and hungry and lustful, like their grandfather Gen, unable to control the power of books, the power of writing ages. And as a result, all became prisoners in their refuge. I will never return to that place.
I mean, like, Yeesha never really lived on Myst, right? Like, Yeesha was a baby by the time they already moved to Tamana. So it's not terribly surprising that she doesn't have a particularly strong emotional attachment to Myst. Hello? Oh! He linked out! Oh. How rude. Ah! We've been... No, we've been in a room that looked a lot like this, but the room that was a lot like this that we've been in linked to the central shaft, right? They make the same noise as when you touch a linking book. Beep!
Oh! How could this be? On their backs, his fallen empire was built. What hypocrisy. Such abuse of power. I think they even deluded themselves into believing their own lies. It pains me to the point of ill. It makes me pleased that they are dead.
Okay, now that's obviously not Yeesha.
The hate is in me.
Oh, whoops. We're not done yet. Okay.
Pride is a thief. Pride stole the soul of the Denis people. Pride stole my own brothers. The temptation was too great. It is not the power, but the desire for power that destroys. That desire is in my blood. The blood of my ancestors, the blood of my flesh. I fight it, but I am pulled even now. My father tried to hide what he valued, his books and ages, while my brothers tried to hide what they valued, riches and power. Father was trusting, or naive, and ages and people were destroyed.
Atrus didn't try to hide
And
his
so my
ages.
family was
They
imprisoned.
were just on the shelves in his library.
My brothers in ages written by Father. Father in a Denis prison he had escaped from in childhood. And Mother in the world she loved and feared the most. Riven, her home, her refuge. Perhaps it's why I now fear my home, my refuge. And then by the maker or by the roll, a stranger found the book. The book had been intended to be destroyed by fire, but by the maker or by the roll, it was taken far away. The book was preserved until it was time. Surely it was the maker who preserved the book that would bring help. Now it was time. A stranger found the book, came to the island and freed Father. A lesson was learned. A friendship was forged. Friendship. The least are my friends. I must use the least wisely. I must listen to them and respect them. They are powerful, they are willing, and they are afraid.
I get a very strong impression that we should probably take a picture of that one. And this means that we get to open up our notebook for the very first time this run. There we go. There's our first note right there. There is an awful lot of visual noveling going on in the first half hour of this game. Like, we've had an awful lot of dialogue And I wouldn't even call it expositional dialogue. It's just a lot of dialogue already. I do need to probably attach that hint system to a sound cue so that I can hear it. I do agree with that. I think that was Star Shadow that suggested it. Okay, let me just quickly catch up with the chat. I've said before that I've designated 3 parts of Myst as the most morally problematic. This is one of them. Manic Yeesha making a weird fisheye creepy video about how the fall was good. Oh, was that Yeesha? That didn't look like Yeesha to me. The Age of Myst was a private age itself. Atrus never expected anyone to be there. Yes, that is true, Dives. You're absolutely right on that one. The dialogue is a smidge quiet. Okay, I should be able to adjust that. Here, let me bring the game audio up. That should make that quite a bit louder for you. Let me know how that is next time we get some dialogue. Oh, hey, we've got a new follower. Thank you very much, Aghanim01, for the follow. That's much appreciated. Looks like this is a map, right? You've got the knife, you've got the hole. We're sort of coming through here. Here's a large corridor. There's the central shaft, is it? So we're sort of over here. And something elevator. So we've got a book over there. Unless we have a key, though, I'm not sure we're going to be able to use it, to be honest. And it does not look like that is on. And without that being on... Oh no! This is 1. So we could totally link out to there. Right, well, we're not going to take the link just yet because we have another end of this corridor to look at first. Yeah, my numbers are a little bit rusty, to be honest. We can work that one out later. Yeah, not sure. But we'll take a picture of it for now. Ooh, check this room out, right? No, that's not doing anything right now. Oh, hello!
I apologize for the goggles earlier, but my eyes are not accustomed to the sun in this age. I have taken this same journey, this same quest, and failed. I'm not proud of my failure. Yet I think that what I learned will be useful in your quest.
This guy is so sus. So sus.
Your journey continues through that door.
Right. Oh. Yeah. Bonk.
The stranger, the friend, returned again to help father save mother. Imagine. A stranger, traveling to Riven, risking all, asking for nothing. I think of humility, thinking more of others. Humility. Prisoners are freed by nothing more and nothing less. Again, my grandfather, my heritage. Ugh. That monster who thought himself a god was once again imprisoned. Perhaps he still rules that desolate, empty, and dead place, riven by the pride and bitterness of his own heart. But more likely, he is in another desolate, empty, dead place where there is weeping. I hope he is miserable.
Oh.
I cannot forgive him for what he did. It eats at my heart. I hate him because I have his same desires.
It strongly implies that
Mother
Gen
and
is
father came
out of
again
his
together
prison.
to the refuge, to Myst Island. But it was only a shell, a place to exist. A fallen place, torn apart by pride, just as the great Denis city was. Just as I am. Torn. What is a stranger? Someone who is not me? Yet sometimes I feel like a stranger to myself. I become two, one who I know and one who I do not. Where does this other one come from? Which one is me?
Again, my grandfather, my heritage, that monster who thought himself a god, was once again imprisoned. Once again imprisoned. Oh, right, yeah, because he was imprisoned on Riven, and then he was imprisoned in a prison book. Perhaps he still rules that desolate, empty, and dead place Riven by the pride and bitterness of his own heart, but more likely he's in another desolate, empty, dead place where there is weeping. I hope he's miserable. Okay, new theory. The bald guy is Gen. Gen certainly is, you know, he's more follically challenged than I am, for sure. Oh, and we can stand on the middle of this. This is not the thing that I would particularly want to stand on, personally. Now, if suspicious guy says this is the direction to go, it makes me feel like we take the other link. No. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way. It's not gonna give us a bad ending this early. Also, Gen would be like probably way too hopped up on on frog juice to be terribly worried about us. That's just a classic old shut the doors behind you to make sure there's nothing there. Right. This is the great shaft. Oh, here he is. Hello.
Regaro, Tigua. The great shaft. Amazing, is it not? Built by those from beneath, my people. I am Dakhni. It was this shaft that permitted the great-grandmother of Yeesha to find our deep city. Rather than bore you with tedious details, you need only know this.
Kinda need subs, to be honest.
She killed us all, and the great Dakhni city lies lifeless and ruined. There is a room at the end of this first elevator. A small room with a Dakhni rest age book for the Dakhni who would have traveled this path. The book will link you to the Rebo. I will come to you there.
Dakhni. Yeah, Dakhni. Okay. Let me see. Right. Do we have audio, subs? Excellent. Ah, well now I'm really 50-50. Now I'm really 50-50. Do we want to go to a rest age halfway down the Great Shaft? Or... I think we're going to go back and check out that other age. I have like a bit of a weird suspicion that we're going to need a key to be able to get into it anyway. So let's go this way. We'll do a little bit of backtracking and we'll go check out this age over here first. Yeah, well, I always preferred Denis because that's how I would pronounce that apostrophe, you know? I don't know. It just feels like it's a more natural way of saying it. But I know that Rand Miller's preferred pronunciation was Dunny. Oh, you're here.
Ah, the Rebo. An age for resting. Such a peaceful place.
Okay.
And the way to get to the first age. There. That profane thing and the other pedestals like it are not of Duchni.
Duchni.
They are a regrettable part of this journey. The pedestal will allow you to link in a manner similar to the book that brought you here, but know this. They are perverted tools of the creatures.
Right.
The creatures. You've seen them. Always watching. Calling to one another in the darkness. Loathsome. Wraiths. They are not as we are. Remember that.
Well, like, if you're Denis and I'm
Touch the
human,
pedestal.
then I'm not like you are, so...
It will bring you to the age of Tagira. I will find you there.
Okay, so that returns me back to the room. Now I'm doubly confused, because he said he'd meet me at the bottom of the elevator, so he's keeping track of me really well somehow. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute little mechanism, that is. Like, okay, so you can kind of go whichever way you want, I suppose? No, you can't reach over and open this gate from the other side. Ah, there we go. I do hope we do get to go and revisit the original Myst Island. That would be kind of nice. Right, okay, and this one's also closed. Well, do you know what? Given that the diagram on this one literally has this as number 1, let's go and do this one first, I suppose. Yes, we are unable to step over. It's not that we're, Star Shadow, unable to step over a tiny gate. It's just that the character we're playing is the kind of person who wouldn't step over a tiny gate. Possibly because we're wearing, like, a long skirt, for example. Could also be that we just want to maintain a sensible decorum as we, as we go, right? This game has many insulting invisible walls. 1-foot gates are high on the list. Yeah, James is absolutely right. My character respects boundaries, right? Okay. Yeah, let's go touch a thing. Oh. Yeah. Beep. Okay, so we can take that stone and move it? Hi, Gen. Not Gen.
I don't know why the creatures chose this place for the slates. Tagira. Cold, barren, desolate, it has been described. However, also purposeful. No doubt Yeesha sees only evil here. This was a prison age.
Ah.
For those who committed monstrous crimes, they were sent to this place to live out their lives.
It looks cold.
Justice, not evil. Much to learn. First, the stone slate. Pick it up from the pedestal and take it with you.
Okay.
But know this about the slates. They too are abominations made by the Bahro creatures, abuse of the art of writing. Still, they carry great power. You will find that you can write on the slates anything you wish.
Oh.
There are some elementary symbols the creatures understand. At least in this way you can use the Bahro hindrance for your good. They will take it if you drop it.
Do we
They will obey it if you order them.
get to write
They
an
will return it.
age?
In time. As you learn, you will have more control.
Do we get to write an age as part of a game mechanic? That would be actually amazing.
Use the slate to free yourself. Huh? The burden you carry is heavy, but for that,
I do like the fact that he's got a journey cloth kind of tucked in to his arm here, and that's what he's using to link out. Like, there is some really nice kind of attentional. There is some really nice little attention to details, you know. We've got TLN in the YouTube chat, lying in bed, 6 a.m. Can't watch for long, but hi, hello. 6 a.m. That's great. A bit of TDF and breakfast. Spiver says that would single-handedly redeem this game if it were open-ended. Well, Star Shadow says, I think the Baro and Uru are like the jump the shark moment. It's way too far abstracted from what the others had. Okay. So if I hit that, I'm going to go back to the island. Like, we're learning new game mechanics, right? Okay. So why do we need to take the tablet with us then? You know? Okay. So we take the tablet with us. What are we... Oh! There's something on the floor here. Okay. And then... Do you know what, right? It's not terribly diegetic, but you look at the controls... and you can actually then see what is actually available for you. But no, forward, backward, run, strafe, strafe, rotate, rotate. So no, there isn't like a use or a jump or a drop tablet button, in which case that can't be part of it, right? Oh wait, we can pick up the tablet and link with the tablet? Okay. Kind of interesting, because the tablet on this side also gone. But can we link whilst holding the tablet? We can link whilst holding the tablet. So then, what's the tablet going to do for us? I'm trying to think. Have we seen a pedestal where you'd put this tablet? But we just linked out of there. I mean, maybe... yeah, okay, fine. Let's go this way. Right-click to unlock mouse. Oh, yes, we can right-click to unlock mouse. Thanks, Dark Fae. DN Angel 37 works in an escape room? Ah, amazing. I was at an escape room on Monday. It was a birthday thing with my wife, right? We went in as a team of 2 and we absolutely smashed it, chat. We absolutely smashed it. We got it in, it was an hour escape room. We got it in 33 minutes. Yeah. The results actually should be up on their website fairly soon. Like, it's going to be within a shout of the record. They do a record for every month, right? They don't have like global records. Yeah, so we might get the fastest time of the month, which I'll be well pleased with. Okay, this tablet is my new best friend. You know, now that I have this tablet, I think it's important that I establish that I've never wanted anything else more strongly. So, I guess we could walk all the way down if we wanted to, but maybe we just take the elevator? Or maybe the game's going to troll us and be like, sucks to be you, elevator doesn't work. Obviously. It's hundreds of years old. That kind of sounded like the elevator rushing past us. Like, maybe it wasn't working? And, well, we can't activate that again, so... Oh, wait, no! It's coming back. Hey. I never lost faith. I never lost faith. Was it the counterweight rushing past us? Possibly. What was the theme of the... Went in as a team of 2 or escaped as 2 teams of 1? We went in as a team of 2. So, yeah. It was a room for between 2 and 6. We just went in as a 2. Although, I think if you were to take 6 people in there, it would be a little bit crammed. One thing which is really important in escape room design is making sure that there's enough stuff for all of the players to do at the same time. And I definitely played my fair share of escape rooms that were very linear in terms of how their puzzles are put together. Right? It was very much kind of like solve puzzle A, and that gives you the clue for puzzle B, and that gives you the clue for puzzle C. And what that kind of ends up being is it ends up being like especially if you go in with like a group of people, that you're basically taking it in turns to solve puzzles. Whereas what you really need is a well-designed puzzle room should have multiple things that you could be doing at the same time. And of course, you'll end up converging towards the end, right? Because there has to be like a conclusion that you draw to, but there should be enough stuff that no one's ever kind of sat around being like, well, he's on that puzzle and she's on that puzzle and I don't have anything to do, because, you know. But, yeah, indeed. What was the theme of the puzzle room? The theme of the puzzle room was nautical, actually. It had real Crystal Maze style vibes. Yeah, it was, it reminded me of like the underwater zone in the Crystal Maze. It was really cool, actually. Good production quality for sure. That is some pretty good music, not gonna lie. Okay. So, there's a rest stage over here. Huh. Wait. Maybe this is the room that we've been to. Yes, right. We've been to... I said earlier, we've been to a room that looked very much like this. This is that room that's just off the Great Shaft. Because we were at sort of roughly the midpoint, weren't we? So, Thomas what's-his-name was in here, or whoever it was.
I am sick of the grower. Oh yes, some believe in prophecies that predict the restoration of Denis, the fallen city of Denis would grow. There were attempts before, and there will be attempts again. They always fail. Even those led by my father tried. They learned great things of the Maid and the Maker. They learned of the Barrow, of the Least, and of deeper truths. They learned of Father and his wisdom in rebuilding and rewriting. The Denis city came alive again for a time. The dead were properly buried and the living were properly cared for. Denis took short, labored breaths. Sap flowed, though the tree did not grow, for there was no grower. Even Father did not see then as I do now. The grower had not come. I had not come. I am the grower. I failed. And I think of myself as worthy? I am nothing. The failed child of failed parents of failed grandparents. How many generations must fail before we give up? Why do I try? I have failed with the tablet already. There are no second chances here. And yet I long to hold it and try once more.
I suspect that everyone is correct that we should not give the tablet to Yeesha. You did an escape room a couple years ago. They had regular and blackout. So one of my personal bugbears for escape rooms is rooms that overuse darkness to hide slightly shoddy production quality. Like, I have been in plenty of escape rooms that are themed as like, you're in a dungeon, or you're in a prison, or you're in a mad scientist's basement, and they use the fact that like, oh yeah, you've got a torch, which is really weak, and you've got to be like scanning the wall to basically kind of like hide the fact that it's like, yeah, we basically just took the cinder blocks, painted them black, and that's the set dressing. Yeah. Well, this is number 2. So that's great. And we will... we're going to open up shortcuts, of course, aren't we? Because the little gates The little gates can only be opened from one side. Ah, our friend is not here. He said he would meet us here. But perhaps only... Wait, there's a different tablet on that one. Perhaps he was only going to meet us here the first time we came here. Which could have been to here, to be honest. But, I don't know. Now, let me think. It's actually the other way round, isn't it? So that's number 3. So this is age number 2. So what happens? I mean, we could just warp in there still carrying this tablet. The symbols on the tablets are kind of interesting, right? Because the other one was like a home, whereas this one's like an inverted diamond shape. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? That's cool. Man, we are quite high. Oh, no. It looks like there's something over there, but presumably kinda not. Yeah, this is visually very nice, isn't it? Ah, hello.
Todelmer, built to study the heavens, and glorious heavens you will find here.
Ah.
I'm only sad we were never allowed to finish.
Allowed?
I've told you some of the story. Yeesha's great-grandmother, Tiarna, came to us desperate for control, convincing our people to betray rules we had held for generations. And we died. Yeesha claims such death, as painful as it was, had to be done.
He's
A
talking
plan
as if
of
he's
the
met
Maker.
Tiana.
And that she will rebuild. She will rebuild. I will tell you, such delusive wisdom comes from vague feelings and daydreams, and the tablet you will have is far too powerful for such wisdom. Todelmer, enjoy the beauty of the heavens while you consider the power that can control them.
Sus. It's like, yes, consider you could use this tablet for great good and power and good. Okay, hang on. So let me think about timelines. So, I mean, Yeesha looks old, but Yeesha's only half Danae. Gen was a child when the fall happened. This chap is talking as if he's met Tiana. But I'm not sure he's old enough. But let me think. So, Gen was pure-blooded Danae, right? Atrus was only half Danae. And Yeesha's only a quarter Danae. So Yeesha might age just like a regular person. I'm just trying to work out if this guy could actually legitimately have met Tiana, because Denis lived to be like 400 years old or something. And Atrus wasn't that old when the stranger first met him. So theoretically, I mean, this guy could be Gen. He could be someone from the original Denis civilization. It's a big machine. Yeah, we like doing big machines, don't we? Let's have a think. Man, I tell you what, right? For all of the effort that Myst goes into to being like, oh yeah, you know, we're not going to assume any knowledge, don't worry about it. They are really, really big on just assuming that you remember the Denis numbering system. Like, so, okay, so this is a 1. That's a 2. That's a 3. That's a 0. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, let me think. How do these get arranged? So, that's a 3, but it's on its side. So it goes something like 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no, hang on. Yeah, then 5 is that one. 6 is like that, isn't it? Yeah, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, so then what would be 9? No, I'm missing one of them, aren't I? You know what we're going to have to do? I feel like I need to mention maybe not using the mirror board to zoom in on anything far away. No! We use the mirror board to cheese puzzles all the time. Where's our Riven notes? Where's our Riven notes? They're in here somewhere. Which one's Riven? That's... Is that Riven? No, that's Quern. What's this? No, that's... oh man, we're spoiling all the games. That's the other one. Abduction. Here's Riven. Right, here's Riven. Where's my number? Where's my numbers? Aha. Right. We got Zank in the chat. Hey man, I watched your OG Myst and Riven series. You're an awesome reactor. First time I've caught you live. Hey, thanks. Thanks for coming along live. How big is the file size for my notes? Who knows? Who knows how big this file is? But it's that big so far. So yeah, there's a lot of screenshots in here, and you know what? Man, it still performs so well. Okay, so what I'm going to do, yeah, is I'm going to grab that. We grab those, copy, and I'm going to bring them up over here. Here's Myst 5. Right, we're going to paste this into here. So, 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, then 6 must be this. Right, then 7. 8. So whoever said that the plus sign was the 6, you are absolutely correct. That's 9. Then that's 10. Da 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 da. Right. 10, 15, 20, and 25, I think, if I recall, is just this one. If I recall correctly. So, what do we get? We get 10 plus 3 is... So that's a 13. This one's a 10 and 4, so a 14 here. That is 15. 12. 11. 10. And that's just a 9, 8. Okay, cool. Got it. Right. Don't know what we're going to do with that. Don't know what we're going to do with that yet. Duplicated notes. Well-ordered notes in a line. These notes are a mess. My notebook is an absolute mess. I got rhyme here. Here's Ellingby House. Like, there is no rhyme or reason to where we put all of our notes. Blueprints has already started taking up more space in the notebook than any other game. But yeah, so. Okay. What can we do with that? So we've got some dials we can pull, but to be honest... Like, have I tried moving the slider? Is the real question, right? It feels like this whole thing is not really on. Yeah? 25 is kind of an odd one. It should be 10 to be in keeping with the 25 base numerics. You guess X is kind of a shorthand. Oh, yeah, I suppose it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, you are right there. Esher's obsession with Anna is weird and a gross overstatement of her significance. Anna blamed herself for the fall as a personal struggle and again picked up on this and disrespected his mother accordingly. Ooh! Okay, we have a thing. Uh-huh. Right, this calls for unlocking of the mouse. Like, it definitely seems like... Well, do you know what? No, I'm not actually sure what it seems like, to be honest. But okay, there's a thing back here. I mean, it looks a lot like the bread maker, to be honest. It looks a lot like the baking apparatus, doesn't it? Let's continue. Because we're not even to the top of this hill. Ah. Right. So that is all we have available right now. I'm still really sketchy on why I'm carrying this tablet. Okay, let's move it back down here, down here, down here, down here. Right. Is there something in here that can be turned on? There's a mechanical wheel over this side, which is not, which sort of breaks the symmetry of the room. So it kind of makes it seem like that either is the power to it, or is what is powering from it. These symbols here, right, you've got this one here between the 11 and the 4, and this one between the 15 and the 0 are obviously different to all of the others. I mean, all of those numbers add up to 15. If you take the difference between all of them, you're going to obviously end up with, 15, 13, 11, 15, 13, 11, 9, 7. But it's hard to say where that should be. But the thing is, we don't really necessarily... Here's the thing to remember. We don't necessarily need to solve a puzzle right now, is it? Because we can link back, and there is more in the Great Shaft anyway, right? Wait a minute. Ah, okay. We can't put the stone tablet on because that is a stone tablet already. Okay, fine. So we're continuing to carry this. Yeah, why are we carrying this tablet? That's a really good question. It's a really good question. But I feel like I'm now committed to the bit, and I'm not sure we can ever put it down now. I'm not sure if holding the tablet prevents me from doing other things, though. Like, I'm assuming not, because we can still interact with things perfectly fine, even if we're carrying it. So I'm assuming it's not an impediment to progress. Okay. So now that we're back, can we take the lift down to the bottom? Oh no, the lift actually ends here. Well, in that case, we'll have to take the lift back down to here and I suppose walk the rest of the way. Dark phase changing his guess from 12 weeks to 24. Oh dear. The level of disrespect. On the Discord earlier, can you believe this? On the Discord earlier, they were saying, oh yeah, you know, it's about a 6-hour game or thereabouts, so we'll probably only get about 12 weeks of streams out of it. Dr. Spire, Myst 5, the one where the stranger gets jacked. The stranger was already jacked. The stranger has always been jacked. The stranger is able to look up at a rope that goes out of sight, it's so high, on Spire, and just climbs it. No problem. The stranger is an absolute beast. Ah! Hello! Hello, narration.
To Mana, my home. The place where I was, the place where I began. I was a spark of joy to Mother and Father after their fire was almost quenched. And yet what joy could we have had if my brothers had been there as well? Still torn. Father and mother loved and shared with me their desert bird. Father shared wisdom and knowledge, and mother shared visions and dreams. When did they come to know my destiny? Surely not from birth. As I look back, they knew so much, they saw so clearly. They planted and watered so that I would learn how to do the same. I would not realize it until long after I was to see them no longer. Am I the grower because they taught me? Or did they teach me because I am the grower? Torn. But peace was not yet with us. From the past an enemy came seeking revenge, but there was help for a third time. Without help, where would we be?
Help for a third
Would there be a grower?
Oh,
Would there be a seed to grow?
this is the fourth.
It's all
Fourth
been
game.
so fragile. But it must be by the Maker I am here, and there is meaning. Or it may be by the role I am here, and there is no meaning.
Yes, counterweight speeding by. You're quite right. Quite right. Now, of course, Gen and Atrus, I think, had to navigate this shot. Kind of a bit weird that the tablet is sort of floating with the camera there, but okay. We'll go with it. It's just a little bit of an out of body experience. Yeah, I think Gen and Atrus actually had to navigate the Great Shaft without the elevators working.
Stand in awe. The surface is 3 miles above us. 3 miles. Our construction was triumphant. And tragic.
Someone's going to need to Google for me quick. What's the deepest mine that we have in the world?
You will not be able to continue downward without providing fresh air to the tunnels. Raise this floor and power the fans. I trust you can discover how.
Dr. Spire says 2.5 miles. There we go. Can't imagine the resting room's got much use after building an elevator all the way down. Yeah, probably not. I imagine the resting rooms are probably more commonly used for people going up the Great Shaft than down it, right? Like, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure The Simpsons established the need for a super fun happy slide if you're going down a massive spiral like this. One of my few clips was one taken by Jaffrus, where there's a glitch of one of the book's models showing up really large in the world while I was reading it. So yeah, 2.5 miles, deepest mine. And yeah, and we don't even have magic to help us. So there we go. Oh, hello, Barrow. Yeah, he's gone. I'm assuming these are both going to link round to the same place. Or not, potentially.
I was very young when I first felt strong. Indeed, I was young, but I thought I understood. I had many abilities, even then, but little wisdom. Better to have fewer abilities and much wisdom.
Hashtag
I knew
deep.
I was doing something great for us, but what I did was foolish for me. I thought I was reuniting our family, bringing back what joy we once had. I almost brought an end to life. Yet again, it was a friend who came to our aid. Now, I think that most things cannot be returned to how they were. My brothers were not to be released, but the Maker turned my poor choice to some small good, and Aknar was redeemed.
But died.
My tears flow as I write these memories. The suffering and pain I have caused and endured, and yet I am thankful. I will be powerful like the Barrow. I long to be so strong. They will sing a song of thankfulness. They will sing a song without regard to their circumstances. They will stand and take time to sing to the Maker with hearts of joy. If only I could have such a heart.
Right, let's take a screenshot of that one, because that also looks like it's going to be a clue later, doesn't it? Okay. So we just came down these stairs. Okay. It's counting down something. Huh. So there's a door there. So we just came out of that one, right? Now presumably the symmetry would suggest that there's another one up here. Yeah, do we need to make sure they're both going at the same time? Single player multi... Wait, hang on. Wait, that wasn't like that before. Okay, what's it doing? Oh, we're raising the floor. The guy literally did say this. Man, that's loud. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Oh, did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? As it lifted, the fabric folded up. Nice touch. Nice touch. Okay. James says, this place looks like a health and safety nightmare. Only partly wheelchair accessible. No fire exits. The floor is weirdly slippery. I agree, it does look kind of slippery, doesn't it? Okay. So we've raised the floor. That has given us access to this side of the floor, right? Because we didn't have access to it before, because that was the end there, and we didn't have access to this side before. So we're gonna go fiddle with this. And there's a room here, including another thing that we can listen to.
Alone. There is a powerful conjunction between the in and the out, the beneath and the above. A wound, a mouth, a well, a pit. I wanted to make the journey for myself from where the Denis dug upward, where they almost came to the surface. From the place where Tiana, first climbed downward and where Father followed evil into the ground. I began my journey with a heavy burden. It was Tiana who came to Denis and caused its fall. I am from her. I feel I am destined to bring another destruction. Father and Mother tried to prepare me, tried to tell me who they thought I was. I still see the power of each. I have the best of each, and the burden of each. And as they watched me leave, I saw the sadness and the fear. But more terrifying, I saw their hope. And I left my comfort to find me. And even as I took my first step away from Tomana, my shoulders ached for the burden I bore. Deep prophecies and weighty destinies. So much to learn and understand about myself. My father said we can never understand, we can only understand more. The more I understood, the more powerful I became. And the more dangerous I became, and the less I understood.
Man, Yeesha definitely is an individual going through a real struggle, right? So that there is the sound of the fans turning on. What do we have here?
What will I become? I will make something more of me. I will rebuild what I am. Is there anyone who is master over me? Have I not become the grower?
Oh, I guess it is. I guess it is Yeesha then.
Yet all I grow is anger. Watching them call, watching them fail, waiting, watching. I am the grower. How can I wait much longer on such fools?
Thomas the Tank Engine music plays quietly. Well, we have another access to our rest island, number 3. Beep. And this one. Okay, so we have yet another age that we can now explore. We're not putting down our emotional support tablet still just yet. We're going to take it with us. It's interesting that tablet number 2 and tablet number 3, they kind of look like loaves of bread, whereas the one we have is a very kind of pleasant, you know, like white house. This is an interesting, like, I really like the color palette, but like the skybox is like kind of obvious, which kind of makes me think that, is this a Nonne? Like, I don't know. That it does not look correct, does it? Anyway, what do you have to say about this?
Welcome to my age. Nullaben.
Nullaben.
When Duchni died, I fled here. From death to death. You will see the fingerprints of the creatures everywhere. This was their home, and they did not welcome me.
Right, so he is a Denis survivor.
To survive,
a first-generation Denis survivor.
I was forced to learn. You will learn here as well. It is not like the other ages.
going to follow that up with something. It's like, it's not like the other ages. Okie dokie. Right. Well, that is going to be a good place to stop for this evening. We are going to be wrapping the stream up here and doing a little raid over on the Twitch. But yeah, this has been episode 1 of Myst 5. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's definitely a lot more narratively structured than any of the other ones, right? Like, we're about, just short of 2 hours into it, and we've probably been doing more exposition than puzzle solving so far, which is kind of interesting and quite a big departure from all of the other Myst games, with the exception of Uru, of course, right? Because Uru has a huge amount of audiobook adventuring in it. Okay, so we're going to save this here. If you are watching on YouTube live, thank you very much for coming. Sorry. Oh dear. If you are watching, I suddenly ran out of breath halfway through that sentence. If you're watching on YouTube live, thank you very much for coming along live. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you very soon. Have a great rest of your week. Bye, YouTube. Okay. I have just realised, now that I've stopped the stream to YouTube, that I've done that in the wrong order as well. Because usually I say goodbye to the people who are watching the recording in the future, then I say goodbye to the people who are watching on YouTube live, and then we go and raid on Twitch, right? So I've actually kind of done that in the wrong order. So let's say now goodbye to the people who are watching on YouTube in the future, who are watching the recording. So if you are watching in the future on YouTube, thank you very much, and do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. As of recording, we're at something like 979 subscribers. So we're like 21 subscribers away from hitting 1,000, which would be such an amazing milestone to achieve. So please do consider hitting the subscribe button. And if you know someone who's a big fan of Myst 5 and you think that this playthrough might be of interest to them, consider sharing it to them and see if they enjoy it too. Possibly not. It's quite a niche first-person puzzle games. So yeah, thank you very much for coming along, YouTube. I will see you soon. Have a great week. Bye for now. Okay, with that, that'll be the end of the YouTube recording. So now we can go and find out who to raid on Twitch. So